allow me to reintroduce a question that I asked previously, and it'll help us get an understanding of where your standpoint is on this situation. Uh, what, if you will, what is your general idea about maybe a guy being with a girl that might not be his choice in girl, and he ends up getting her pregnant? What is your standpoint on how he can make that relationship the best for his newfound family? Because although this might not be the person he mapped out to being his wife, this might not be the person that he thought he'd live the next lifetime with as far as having some type of connection, but how do you figure that a guy in this particular situation would go about making the best of this situation for his newfound family?
The responsibilities of fatherhood are not based on the relationship between the mother and the father. At times, we always talking about what if a man doesn't like the woman anymore? What if the woman doesn't like the man anymore? Does that stop him being a father? So no matter who stopped liking who or didn't really like each other in the first place, that doesn't negate the fact that he still is a father. So to re-salvage that family atmosphere, you treat the mother like she a queen. Because you want, whether it's a little boy growing up or a little girl growing up, you want them to understand that their mother is supposed to be respected. So he has to understand that he has a responsibility to his child, no matter who stops liking who in the relationship, or whether it was a mistake, whether the female wasn't as attractive as he wanted the mother of his child to be. The baby is here. It's reality. It's time to get on board and understand that I have to be a father regardless of the situation between me and the mother of my child.
You said something about respect. Do you come from the school of thought that a child learns respect from the way the father treats the mother? And what I mean by that, if the parents are not together, father's living his life, the mother's living his life, but when the child watches the interaction with that father and mother, is that where he learns how to coming from? And thinking about little boys, is that where young men learn the respect for women?
Absolutely. This world is based on environment. Environment dictates everything. And that household is that first environment. So those interactions between father and mother is how a young man would learn how to treat a woman. If we just go back into the research of abusive men towards women, 9 times out of 10, their father was abusive. So when we interacting, the fathers are interacting with women that have children, or if this is your child, you have to understand that you're setting the tone for what respect is, what love is, and any other attribute inside of a relationship.
Now, we're sitting here, we have you here, and we have a wealth of knowledge that we can pry into right now. We're getting into a little bit of particulars, but what I personally would like to know is what are some of your general, if you will, general philosophies on life? Now, being a motivational speaker, what are some of the things, some of the patterns that you have come across that you've had to motivate people about?
Just being able to see things all the way through. Understanding that it's going to be an obstacle in everything you do, and that's not time to quit. When obstacles come up, that means you're getting closer to the goal. So one thing I had to motivate people is just having the power to see things all the way through, knowing that once I start something, I'm going to finish it. Knowing that poverty is not the only thing that should stop me. No matter where I'm from, I should be able to move forward. Like I have I will not be denied attitude. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is that I'm doing, I will not be denied from doing that. So it's just motivating people in a mindset type of thing, because you can be rich but have a poor mind. You have to have a mind that's going to propel you forward. If you have a goal and you say, this is my goal, I want to do this. Well, what's going to move you towards the goal besides your mind? Nothing else. Your mind is going to tell your body to move. So you have to have a rich mind knowing whatever it is. I don't care what obstacle. If I got to catch the bus to school, I'm going to school. If I got to catch, I know a guy, he catch the bus all the way to Troy from Oak Park to work at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. But people talking about ain't no jobs out here. The boy is catching the bus. So no matter what, you have to say, if I want something, I'm going to have it. So those are the type of, things that I instilled in myself that makes me be able to move forward. No matter what's going on, I'm going to move forward.
And being a young person yourself, obviously, I know a lot of motivational speakers and different people who try to help different situations, spotlight on youth. What would you tell youth growing up in a poverty-stricken area, as far as, what would you tell that person as far as how to become successful? Obviously, the attitudes that you just expressed, but in a poverty-stricken situation in particular, what would be some of the things you would use to navigate yourself up out of that situation?
Okay, first I want to break, since we've been doing this all show, I want to break it down for the young ladies and the young men within the poverty-stricken areas such as Detroit. The keys to success will first of all be to understand that you don't have to let your environment control your mind. So just because you live in poverty, you don't have to think like a poverty person would think, or a person that's poor would think. You can think rich, but not be financially stable. And every person that is financially stable thought about being financially stable first. Secondly, would be to value education. Because at the end of the day, no matter what a person is doing, they're working, they hustling, whatever they're doing it for material gain. And you don't want to create something material-wise for it to be snatched away from you. So education is just painting the whole picture. You get 1 or 2 pieces of paper that will solidify you for the rest of your life to be able to generate finance for yourself. Just off of 1 or 2 pieces of paper that you get. Can't nobody take those papers from you. Once you get money from those papers, can't nobody take your money. But on the flip side, if you generate those from a level of illegal activity, you're just going to have those things that you generated for a period of time. So it's valuing education and understanding that just because I'm from this environment doesn't define me. When you come out your house and you look down the street and you see a crackhead, or you come out your house and you walk down the street and you see a girl with some booty cutters on, don't mean that you have to be just like them 2 individuals. You can be not whatever you want to be, because I don't believe in that saying, but you can make steps towards what you want to do in life.
You struck something. Why don't you believe in you can be what you want to be?
I don't believe in that because we're not set up in a society where you can be what you want to be. Let's say that we have 10 students that say they want to be the next president of the United States just because they saw President Barack Obama be the president. What is going to say that we know all 10 of these people will not be the president of the United States. So therefore that just solidifies that you can't be whatever it is that you want to be. You have to understand and say, I have a love for what I'm doing, and embrace your abilities and embrace in a realistic manner about what it is you're going to do with your life. Not having what I call goals or reality that's outside the bounds of attainment. You want to have something that's in your attainment. I'm not shooting down nobody that wants to be the president, but at the same time, you know who you are. Is this goal really in your attainment? You're going to say you want to be the president, but you don't want to spend 8 years in law school. Well, then you're not going to be the president, because to be the president, you got to know the law.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like what you're saying is just be a little realistic.
Exactly.
Be realistic. You can and be truthful. Because I've always been told this, and I've always followed this philosophy. You should be truthful with yourself and what you want to be.
Right.
So you may say, "Oh, well, I want to be this." Well, no, you don't. You just have a desire for it at this moment in time. What do you truthfully want to be?
Exactly.
Right. So it makes sense. That makes sense. So where can the good people find you? What different things can they find your different philosophies and different motivational speeches, maybe, or how can they check you out?
What you can do, I'm on Facebook at Raise Them Up. That's RAISETHEMUP. Raise Them Up. You can connect with me on Facebook. I'm on there putting motivation on there from time to time because I got a lot of things going on, so I'm not able to do it daily. But you can get some food for thought and some motivation that way. You can also subscribe to me at The Master of Real Talk on YouTube. I'm in the process of putting up new videos as we speak on that level. And you can also be ready for some DVDs that I'm going to put out.
Right.
If
Excellent.
you need somebody to come to a school or any type of workshops to be done for the youth, my number is 248-469-6498, and I'll be sure to take care of that for you.
Right on. Excellent. And Miss Lola, once again, what do you have going on?
This Friday, I'll be broadcasting live from the 1917 American Bistro, located at 19416 Livernois, and that's on Detroit's west side. And then again on Monday, I'll be doing a charity toy drive for the Genesis House, and I'll be doing that Monday from 8 to 11, Monday, December the 17th. And we will come out. We're going to have a great time. Detroit Live, the Sound of Music Showcase. We'll showcase some of the finest talent in the whole state of Michigan. And not just the state of Michigan, but the finest talent in the city will be showcased that night.
Excellent. Great, glad to hear. Well, Brother Greg, Master Real Talk, it was a fine time. We got quite a bit of information. We love having you on the show here at Real Useful News. Myself and Ms. Lola, of course. And Ms. Lola will obviously have on numerous more occasions. And thank you. So you guys tune in next week, or next time. This installment of Real Useful News, we had beautiful Miss Lola George, Miss Lola George, and Greg, the Master of Real Talk. So like and share, and Real Useful News. I've been your host, Ron Taylor. Peace.